Do you want to sell products on the internet but can't choose between Shopify versus Amazon? I'm glad you clicked this video because I've worked with e-com websites for over 5 years and know someone who had massive success selling on both platforms. I'm talking millions of dollars in revenue. He picked the wrong platform and lost his entire business overnight. And if you're someone who wants to make consistent money online for a long time, then you're going to want to learn from his epic mistake. I'm going to show you the main differences between Shopify and Amazon, how my friend went from $150,000 per month to zero overnight, and which platform you should go with if you want a sustainable long-term business that makes money while you sleep. Now, whether you use Shopify or Amazon, you're going to fail if you don't follow these 3 simple steps. First, you find an in-demand evergreen product that solves a painful problem. Next, you send traffic to your product. You can use paid or organic traffic on platforms like Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Google, or Amazon. Then you convert the traffic into buyers. The difference between what your customer pays and how much you spent to get the customer is your profit. Shopify does not send you traffic, but Amazon does, which makes it attractive to beginners. But if you don't fully understand how Amazon works, you might just experience every e-com beginner's worst nightmare. My friend Brad built up his e-com store to $150,000 in revenue per month. He was living every beginner's dream, hanging out in Bali, pushing buttons from his laptop and watching money stack in his bank account. And it was good when it was good, but then something horrible happened to him. He put an order in for over $40K worth of inventory and was ready to scale up his operation. His shipment hit the Amazon warehouses. A few weeks later, he checks his computer, logs into his Amazon account, and then it happened. It was gut-wrenching. It was so bad that it absolutely tore him to pieces. There were days where he sunk into a terrible depression, and you want to know what happened? They shut down his account for review manipulation. The problem was he didn't manipulate a single review, but Amazon seller support didn't care. And just like that, it was like his business got flatlined by a Mack truck. 6 months later, he got back on his feet and started crushing it again, but it wasn't until he made this one simple shift in his business. He told me that if he started with this one simple change, he could have avoided all of this and would have been making millions sooner. Now, you're probably thinking, case closed, Amazon sucks. But before you write off Amazon and before I tell you about the one simple change he made, there's actually some massive benefits to selling on Amazon if you understand how it works. Amazon is a marketplace with millions of visitors, and when you list your product on Amazon, you can tap into this traffic. You send your inventory to Amazon's warehouses. They take care of storing, packing, and shipping through a program called FBA, or Fulfilled by Amazon. An easy way to make sales is optimizing your product listing for Amazon's search bar. This is called SEO, and most Amazon sellers heavily rely on it. But in its simplest form, just think of Amazon like a traffic source. Shopify is much different. Shopify is a platform where you host your online store. Shopify doesn't send you any traffic or sales, but unlike Amazon, they give you full control over your brand and customer experience, which is a massive deal and something we'll talk about later. Most Shopify sellers drive traffic to their stores from places like Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Google. The most successful brands focus on pumping high-quality UGC ads or video sales letters. You've probably seen these on Instagram or Facebook. They're short videos that look like regular content, but try to sell your product at the end. After a sale, Shopify connects you to a third-party logistics company like ShipStation to ship the product. Shopify can also connect with Amazon FBA if you want to use their shipping services. And just a side note, I managed to find a great deal for Shopify, which I'll link in the description below. If you click on that link, you'll get a 3 free-day trial, and then it's only $1 for your first month. You can't get this latest deal directly from their site, so I'll leave the link in the description below. Now that you understand the main difference between the two, let me show you why some people would tell you to go with Amazon. People trust Amazon and shop there all the time, which means if you sell on Amazon, your conversion rates can be as high as 15%. Shopify stores average around 3%, and instead of building out a Shopify store, all you have to do is focus on optimizing your product listing page. You don't have to worry about designing a homepage, collections page, or about page, or contact page. In the beginning, it can be easier to make your first sales, so one of the biggest pros to Amazon is you don't have to be that good at marketing. But if you're an introvert like me, you're probably going to love this next pro even more. There's a saying that goes, the customer is always right. In my experience, most customers who complain are usually idiots. But the best part is you don't have to deal with any of them. Amazon handles all of the customer service, including inquiries, complaints, and returns. But sometimes Amazon's customer service can backfire against you. But you don't have to worry about hiring customer service reps, so this is still kind of a pro in my book. And if there's any part you should stick around for during this video, it's the next one, especially if you're a beginner with not much money. Starting on Amazon requires purchasing inventory up front, which is risky for beginners. You need to research and choose products carefully using tools like Jungle Scout to find high demand products with low competition. After finding a product, you'll need to purchase a minimum order quantity or MOQ, which can cost between $1,500 and $4,000. This upfront investment can be super risky if the product doesn't sell, and that's why the first con to Amazon are the startup costs. Now, people love the idea of Amazon because they think it can be some passive income cash grab. I hate to burst your bubble, but it's not that easy. Even if you optimize your listing for the right search terms, it doesn't mean people will magically find it. Amazon ranks products based on sales velocity and 5-star reviews. So even if you target low competition keywords, you need sales and positive reviews to climb the rankings. You might have to do influencer shoutouts, giveaways, and Amazon PPC ads, which cost more money. Another problem is competitors will undercut your prices that can make it a race to the bottom. And sometimes they play dirty by paying shady companies to write bad reviews with fake accounts. These fake reviews make your product look bad and can really hurt your sales. But that's not all. Foreign sellers can hijack your listing. Hijacking is when someone sells a fake version of your product for less money. This damages your sales and creates stupid headaches that you really just don't want to deal with. The individual plan is $1 per sale, while the professional plan costs $39 per month. And you pay a referral fee for each sale ranging from 8 to 15% depending on the category you sell in. If you use FBA, there are storage and fulfillment fees based on the size, weight, and how long your product sits in their warehouses. Now, these fees can add up and make it hard to turn a profit. So the con is you're going to have expensive seller fees. And if anything goes south along the way, you're going to have a tough road ahead. And here's why. Amazon seller support is god-awful. Their customer support is completely outsourced to different countries, which can lead to communication issues and delays. If you find yourself with some serious issues like getting your account shut down, that can be challenging and time-consuming to fix. Remember how I told you the story about Brad? This is the one thing he wished he did differently. Selling on Amazon is like building your house on a sinking swamp. Amazon owns your customer data and they can wipe you out at any time. Imagine spending thousands of dollars on inventory and losing everything. So one of the biggest cons is your lack of control. The second time around, Brad started selling with Shopify, learned how to sell through Facebook ads, and then added Amazon as an additional traffic source, and he's absolutely crushing it. Now, Shopify isn't perfect, but in my opinion, it has more pros than cons, which I'm about to show you. So as I mentioned, if you use the link in the description below, it's just $1 for your first month, and then after that, it turns into a $29 monthly fee. And that's the best deal available. And the best part about going the Shopify route is you can reduce your costs even further by dropshipping. If you think dropshipping is dead, check out some of the other videos on the channel where I show you proof of dropshipping stores making thousands of dollars per month that say otherwise. For those who don't know what dropshipping is, it's when a customer buys a product, you order it from the supplier who ships it directly to the customer. This way, you don't need to buy any inventory up front like you would with Amazon FBA. Besides Shopify's monthly fee, you'll need to invest into ads, but you can start with as little as $5 per day. So a big pro here is a lower startup cost. Now, Shopify offers a range of free and paid themes, making it easy to build a professional looking website without any coding knowledge. The platform is user-friendly and there's drag and drop functionality that simplifies everything. Now, Amazon doesn't give you customer data, but with Shopify, you own customer emails and information. Having direct access to your customers makes it cheaper and easier to drive repeat sales. It's what some would call a real business. So that's another advantage of Shopify. You're going to get much better support with Shopify than you would Amazon. If there's ever a problem with your Shopify site, they have 24/7 customer support via live chat and email. Support is another big pro. Now, unless you're doing dodgy stuff like selling counterfeit Disney merch, the odds of getting banned on Shopify are slim to none. Shopify spreads the risk across multiple advertising platforms. You can use Google, you can use Facebook, TikTok, and other channels to drive traffic to your store. Having the ability to diversify and not get destroyed with seller fees is important. So Shopify is probably the less risky of the two options, but it's not all rainbows and sunshine. Shopify stores typically have lower conversion rates. As I mentioned, they're around 1 to 3%. However, you have full control over the checkout process and can implement CRO techniques. This stands for conversion rate optimization. This includes improving website design, offering promotions, and simplifying the checkout process. You can also use upsells, cross-sells, and downsells to increase the average order value, maximizing your profit per customer. So while you have control of this, it is going to be a con compared to Amazon. On Shopify, you're responsible for handling customer service. This includes managing inquiries, returns, and complaints. While this gives you more control over customer interactions, it also adds extra work. You'll need to invest time and possibly hire staff to manage customer support as your business grows. So that's the last con, which is customer service. And if you want to build a long-term sustainable business that can't be rug pulled from you overnight, start with Shopify. After you build a brand with Shopify, you can easily expand into Amazon and make even more money. My personal recommendation would be to click the link in the description below and go with Shopify. Like I said, it's only $1 for a month, so even if you don't like it, you've got nothing to lose. And if you want to learn how people are making over $10,000 per month on Shopify without spending a dime on inventory, click this video.